Hi everyone, this is Bick Benedict. We're playing The Last of Us on Survivor difficulty mode, and this is the fall section. You might also notice that the title card for this chapter is in a sepia tone to go with the brownish hues that normally signify fall. You also might know that I'm in a short sleeve shirt rather than the checkered lumberjack shirt that the game starts you out in. I also have the Jack and Daxter, or however you say that, shirt for Ellie. Because as you do tasks in this game, it gives you fake money to actually purchase stuff in the game, like unlocks and things like that. So something about the lumber, I just don't like lumberjack jackets or those types of things, so I decided to put this shirt on. I think it's cool when a game gives you a bunch of options like that. But I could have started this chapter out at the actual first fight. Once we've had our rather heated conversation with Tommy. But this is just too gorgeous to look at, and you could obviously tell a lot of time has passed since the traumatic events of the last part of the game, where the young boy was infected and then we had to take him out, and then his brother killed himself. So hopefully you have a shiv here to open this door. And when I say, I should have started, or I should have said I could have started it at the gunfight, but this game deserves my utmost respect and attention when I'm doing this guide, and to leave everything in except the cutscenes is really what I want to do. I like the shirt that I put on Ellie. There's also different backpacks you can put on, things like that. So these two have obviously, bonded beyond what they ever would have imagined that they could have bonded. And it's really, really beautiful to watch this relationship play out as he assumes a father role and she assumes a daughter role. Okay, so anyway, we're going to need to jump into the dam. You need to have turned the wheel there or you might get thrown off. So just hop over the rail or just jump in here and then press the circle button to descend. And you see the yellow ribbon right there, or the yellow thing. Things of the color yellow are your waypoints in this game. So if you're ever stuck, just look for the color yellow. It's really cool, actually. And then this game, when I first saw this, I thought to myself, wow, this is a really considerate game, because I didn't have as much health as I do now when I was playing it on hard mode. And I was almost at the point where I was losing my own health, having drained all my oxygen from my oxygen meter. And, they could have had it so where your oxygen keeps draining during the scene where he puts the raft up into the water. But this game is a masterpiece, and it does a lot of things right. There's a few minor issues I have with it, but by and large, this game is so addicting and just beyond what I ever would have expected this to be. A lot of people ask me, is this my favorite game for the PlayStation 3? I don't know about that. There's a lot of really good games for the PlayStation 3, but it's definitely within the top 10.
Oh, give it a spin.
But you guys know me. I normally like God of War and stuff like that, but it's refreshing to play a game like this. And once you get into it, it really hooks you. So this section over here, I didn't go to the left when I played through the game. Even those nice little touches like that. High five. So I'm not sure. This couldn't have been their camp because they started well below. But it might have been. I'm not sure. But it doesn't seem likely that this was their camp. But when I saw this over here, I didn't understand. So let's see what happens.
It's too small. Great. leave that stupid robot on his grave. What should I do?
I forgot to leave that stupid robot on his grave.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Why not?
Oh, you know what? That's the toy that the kid took.
Things happen.
Oh, that's really sweet.
That's enough.
You're right.
Remember
I'm sorry.
back in Pittsburgh, I called Henry a tight ass for not letting his brother have that toy, and Ellie stole it for him and gave it to him. And I don't know why this camp here is in such close proximity to the dam, and we started way back, on the mountainside, but I think that's what that means, and that's really poignant. And just little things like that, it almost makes you want to cry.
Let's get past this
Just
place.
because of the emotions that this game just engenders within the person. It's such an accomplishment. It really is. And I've said before that this game's overrated. It's not overrated. It's a 10 because it is a 10. If you're a really discriminating gamer and you like quality games, this is what quality really means. In this shack is the El Diablo. It's a really cool gun. It has a scope on it. And we're going to be able to upgrade some things once we get into the dam. And I'll go over what I upgrade. I think there might be some... What is that? Looks like some sugar and some scrap metal pieces. So we're going to go into the doors of the dam, and there's going to be a cutscene. And then I thought I thought there would be a lot more tension between Tommy and his brother, but I think it's because we're kind of in public here, and Tommy doesn't want to really say, these two brothers are they don't say a lot. They leave a lot of things unsaid, and hostility builds underneath the surface, and
We'll get her running again.
the scene right before the fight, the cutscene, it's very dramatic, and it's actually really sad because
Sorry, I'll be right back.
I was disappointed in Joel, because his intentions are to give Ellie to his brother Tommy so that he could take her to the Fireflies, and it's just a complete cop-out. He's being selfish, he's being lazy, but between those two attributes, he's being selfish more. And that really makes me feel like Joel is an asshole, because these two characters, they spent so much time together, and to just cart off Ellie and leave her in the, I don't know how capable of hands Tommy would be, but obviously Joel's got her this far. And it makes sense that he'd get her all the way. And that's why she actually takes off. Because she intuits what Joel's intentions are. And she's a very sharp girl.
Maria.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're in the control room. Steve's about to
And
start
it's going to take a long time for that. Because it's a deep wound. That it's going to take a long time for Ellie to forgive. And maybe it never heals itself. But
Come on, Ellie. Let's give the boy some space. I'm sending Tommy over. Stand by.
it's definitely a tenebrous relationship between Ellie and Joel. Even in the finale, it's like
Feels like forever.
there's a rift between them, and I'm not going to spoil anything. It's just that
I got something for you.
this guy has suffered so much, and he's lost his daughter.
Most of our stuff-
But I mean, he's got a new
Most.
prospect. I mean, he's got Ellie, and things like that, they don't happen twice. I mean, you get one chance. He lost his daughter. There she is, right there. But he's just too wounded emotionally. And I hate to be psychoanalyzing this, but we're really not doing any combat right now, and I just want to talk about the story a bit while it's actually going on.
Hold on to it for you.
Tommy, I need to talk to you.
It's just like, it's just this whole time, what more does Ellie have to do for this guy
Just check on my
to
guy.
stop being selfish with his emotions? And I feel the entire time I felt so bad for Ellie because Joel is he's a capable guy. He's very stolid and just so emotionless. And I understand why the game made him that way. It's to make these distinctions between, you know, this bright young girl who's got a lot of future ahead of her, and this dark, tragic figure who's lost a lot of stuff in his life, and who maybe doesn't want to go on living anymore, or just wants to take the easy way out because he thinks that giving up is, you know, easier than trying to, you know, bind the wounds that are within him. So but I was really looking for a game to get invested in because a lot of the games I play, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, I was even playing Vanquish recently, and you know, that game's really good, but it's just coming off having played Max Payne 3 and getting so invested. I'm getting to the point in my gaming career, I guess you'd say, or experiences, where I need a mature storyline. I need a serious storyline that's well written, and it just. But that's not to say that I don't love the types of games that God of War and Ninja Gaiden, because those are, you know, quality is one thing, but sometimes you just really want a mature story and something that you can really get involved in. Because I was telling this to one of my siblings, but I never watch movies. I'll watch like one movie a year, and it's just because I don't like to watch movies. They take too long, and the thing is, I cannot interact with the movie. That's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people, if they don't like movies and they like games, it's because with a game, these games are becoming more like movies so much. Oh, and here, by the way, I just said I'm not going to talk to the dog. But yeah, like in 2012, the only movie I remember watching was The Dark Knight Rises, and it was incredible. But I don't like watching movies. I used to watch movies. I used to watch them on Netflix, and I stopped because I like playing video games more because I could get told a really good story here. Plus, I can interact, and I can control the things on screen. Whereas with a movie, you're just watching it. And but that's just me. I just don't like watching movies. You know, all my expenses, like my entertainment expenses, they don't include going to the movies and wasting a bunch of money. My entertainment is with video games, and that's the reason why I could pretty much buy any game I want, because I'm on my entertainment budget. The only way I need to be entertained is with a video game. I don't need other entertainment. I mean, sometimes I'll watch TV from time to time, but just barely, in very brief sessions. But yeah, all my entertainment expenses just go to games, and I don't go over my budget because I'm very picky and I don't buy very many games, and I stick with my games and I complete them on the hardest settings. But that's just me. I wanted to, talk a little beyond just what's going on screen, because what's going on screen is just A to B stuff until we actually start doing the gunfights. But that's just me in a nutshell. And somebody actually asked me the other day. They said, "Are you black?" And I said, "No, I'm white." And the guy said, "Oh, okay. I couldn't picture it. I thought you were a black guy behind the voice." And I said, "No." And he also said, "Well, unless you're being sarcastic, I'll believe you." But I told him, "Hey, buddy, I'm not sarcastic on the internet, because you cannot convey."
Okay, that's good.
You can't convey the tone of voice on the internet, so I'm always serious, because I realize that things can get misconstrued. But no, I'm a white person. I'm not black. If I was black, I would be proud of it. I'm not prejudiced or anything. I'm just saying I'm not black. I'm white. I'm Caucasian.
Ready?
Go ahead. Hit it.
So it's almost 3 in the morning. I've been having problems sleeping because today was 114 degrees, I think, and tomorrow's going to be 111 degrees, and I can't sleep when it's so hot. So I've been trying to deal with allergies too. So anyway, we're going to go down here and get that cutscene, and I'll start talking about combat. Anyway, just head on down the stairs, and before we know it, this place is going to be getting ambushed. Okay, so before we can get to the first part of the next level where we're on horseback, we have 2 intense battles. But down here, I'm going to let Tommy do some damage to these guys. But I'm also going to be very heavy-handed with my attacks, my melee attacks. So we've got a couple of guys up there, obviously shooting at us, and we have these ground-based foes. So just always watch your back. This fight is pretty brief. I should say it's briefer than the final fight that you do in this chapter, but there is another fight coming after this, and it's just one of those minor fights that's sandwiched in between the two, and you don't have to kill anybody because you can have the other guys kill them all for you. I tested it. It works flawlessly, just like how I had Bill kill everybody a few chapters back. Remember good old Bill? Still hanging out in Bill's town way back where? Okay, so you see, like, all these techniques here, it's, this could either have gone really badly or it went well. So I'm still in the green amount of health here. So collect your ammo, and now we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to go back in this room because I thought something else existed in here, and I believe I had some scrap metal pieces to collect. So don't forget about those. Also, we are going to be getting a pickaxe pretty soon. An axe, the best weapon in this game, because it's for every hit you get. I think you get 5 swings with it, and even if you miss a swing, it doesn't matter because the game won't take off one of the bars of your melee weapon. But it's an instant kill for everything. Not obviously not bloaters or anything like that, but any enemy that's like a stalker or a human or the clickers, spam, they're dead with the axe. I think you can get a machete too. I'll have to investigate that. So right here, I don't think I needed to kill anybody to sorry, I'm all stuttery tonight. It's been so excited to start resuming my guide, so I had to do a lot of things, in real life. But it's also nice to come back to this game, which simulates real life very well. It's so realistic, you guys. It's such a fantastic marvel of intelligent people all coming together. So you're going to see the axe over here. Don't grab it right away. I mean, we've got the crowbar for now. You can come back for the axe. I'm going to save the axe for the next, for the next chapter. There's no need to use it right now. Not when I have this crowbar that I can use like 10 times. But it does take like 4 swings at an enemy to kill them. Unless what you do, sometimes I really have been getting into the habit of. Oh, and before I get into that tangent, this is not a stealth section. You can't stealth it you can stealth certain aspects of it, but they're pretty much aware of your presence. It's a bridge fight, and this fight's hard for me for some reason. I don't know why it is. It was hard for me on hard mode, and it's pretty damn hard here because a lot of the times you're going to get Molotov cocktails being thrown at you, and that's hot. That's hot and painful. So, retreading that thought that I had a moment ago, what I've been accustomed to doing is grabbing a brick or a bottle. Watch out for that guy below. He usually likes to crouch behind cover, but I think I do it over here. I have a brick. And what I do is I don't use the square button to hit people. I just throw it at them. Was that an enemy? No, he must have been. What I do is I throw the brick with the R1 button when the reticle over the enemy's face is green, and then he'll get stunned. And that takes a lot of damage, like just throwing the brick at the guy's head. And then it's just one hit with the melee tool, so you don't have to waste 4 swings of it, whereas you can waste just 1 after having subdued, temporarily that is, subdued the enemy with a brick or a bottle. I think I do it over here somewhere. I know I do it somewhere. So check it out. Throw it at him. 1 swing. He's dead. It's cool. I love that. This game is such good times. You'll never have times like this that are just so good. Not ever. Not for this type of game. I mean, this type of game is in its own class. So do beware of the guys with the Molotov cocktails. They should be coming up presently. If you shoot because they're always holding the bottle. So if you shoot the bottle, it'll ignite and they'll burn up. Sometimes if you shoot in the next section, you're going to see me shoot one of them, one of those guys with the red jackets, the Molotov cocktail guys, and I shot at his feet twice, and then he ignited. So I'm not sure. So that was a bad spot, so I had to get over to cover. It's pretty much. I mean, you've got a lot of allies here with your friends. And I would imagine that you wouldn't really have to take too many shots over here. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm letting Tommy take care of these guys. Because you'll see these guys get killed from Tommy's shots. And it's only because I want to speed up this guy that I'm not firing. But if I was just playing this game without even recording it, I would just, stand back over here and not fire a single shot. But that's what I would recommend you guys do. So we had one more motherfucker over there hiding, and I thought that these guys could take care of him, but I had to go over there, and I think I had to hit him with the crowbar. Yeah, these guys just weren't doing it, so I had to take him down. Okay, so that section's done, and now we're going into the next area. So from here on out, I'm damn certain that the next part you do not have to shoot anybody. But before you go in there, definitely swap this for the axe, because nothing beats the axe. I mean, you only get 5 swings on it, and I also noticed that you can upgrade it. Like how much better could this damn thing be? This butchering tool here. Maybe they give you more swings for your buck or something. Well, we'll have to get some more pamphlets to upgrade the capacity for kills. Maybe we can get, maybe like 2 or 3 more swings with it. So I pretty much knew, that I didn't have to kill anybody. And right here, I just kind of took a chance that I wouldn't get hit. And I mean, we have the height advantage. All of the co-workers are all just firing down there, and I'm just taking my time, just letting them kill everybody. And I'm searching for loot in here, loot that doesn't exist. I thought that was a trap door that may go into the other area, so I can sneak around the enemies. But so Ellie's going to take off on a horse in the next stage, and we're going to be on horseback. And it's just the variety in this game, the sheer variety of things you can do. It's just amazing. So there's one more confrontation down here, and I don't really like this fight too much, but I would warrant that you could just stand up here and just let these guys kill the guys who were in the office. I think there's just 2 guys in the office. I wasn't really sure where exactly they were. Straight ahead. Oh, there they are. Oh, I'm sorry about that. The whole time I thought Ellie and the woman over there, Tommy's wife, I thought they were the enemies. But you might see me aim at them, and I just wasn't sure. And that just goes to show you how dumb Dick Benedict can be at certain times. What are we doing there? Getting some ammo? Yeah, so this is kind of a hard thing to do. I would, I thought there were a couple enemies in there, but I was adding to the count Ellie and the other woman in the office. I don't know. I didn't put two and two together because I really wasn't looking at them. I was only looking at them out of the corner of my eye. I thought there was an enemy just holing up in there. But see here, I knew my allies would kill this guy for me. And that's how you have to think when you're playing a game like this, where you always run out of bullets. We've got 3 guys here who have the ability to shoot them, so they do. It just takes, more hits than your shots do for some reason, but here, I'm just waiting for him to go down. I knew he would go down. This was my first time through this, but I knew it instinctively. But in the next chapter, we are going to be on horseback, and something really doesn't jive with that next sequence that I'll discuss in the next chapter. So I'm going to leave you with that suspense, and I'll see you in the next chapter. There's just one more thug to take out, so I'm going to take a powder, and I'll see you guys in the ranch house chapter, which is coming up.